Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Austin Reaves didn't do well in the playoffs and the Lakers need a great reliable center. If they can bring Anthony Davis back it will be even better. He is unhappy at Dallas Mavericks and Davis likes playing with LeBron James. Would it be possible to put Doncic with LeBron and Davis? And create the best big three in the NBA? If Davis asks to be traded, yes, it is possible and Austin Reaves is a great bargaining chip for a team in renewal, like the Mavericks. Big deal suggestion? Anthony Davis back to the Lakers, in a deal that shakes the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers were exposed in the first round of the postseason. The organization's current roster doesn't possess a stable big man with enticing two-way capabilities, which the Minnesota Timberwolves exploited. In the final game of the series, Rudy Gobert couldn't be contained in the paint. From catching lobs to cleaning up his teammates' misses on the offensive end, the 32-year-old veteran had a field day against the undersized Lakers in a closeout scenario. Gobert finished the contest with 27 points, 24 rebounds, and 2 blocks in Minnesota's crucial 103-96 victory over Los Angeles, helping the Timberwolves advance to the Western Conference semifinals. According to a popular sports analyst, the Lakers' devastating finish to the 2024-25 season should motivate them to trade Austin Reaves to the Dallas Mavericks for bring back Anthony Davis. What should the Lakers do? They should trade for Anthony Davis. They should trade Austin Reaves for Anthony Davis. Maybe they can trade Reaves, and Maxi Kleber and Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. That's exactly what the Lakers need. They need to trade for Anthony Davis. Because if they had had Anthony Davis, they would have won this series. It's doubtful a Davis and Anthony midseason swap was on anyone's bingo card during the trade season. However, with Los Angeles growing weary of Davis's injury-prone ways and the Mavericks prioritizing defense, the two franchises completed a historic blockbuster deal on February 2nd. Many were initially prepared to conclude that the Lakers won the trade. Once Doncic settled in and found his groove alongside LeBron James, he helped Los Angeles secure the number 3 seed in the crowded Western Conference. Unfortunately, a deep playoff run didn't materialize for the organization. To Bayless' point, there's a good chance their opening round playoff series would have played out differently if Los Angeles had retained Davis. Davis's polished ball screen skills, face-up ability in the low post, and natural shot-blocking instincts were undervalued when the NBA champion forward competed with the Lakers. Bayless has the correct mindset as the Lakers enter free agency. Los Angeles can't move forward without landing an impactful big man like Davis. Still, why not attempt to retain Doncic in a potential reunion with Davis? The established superstar has his share of flaws, but pairing him with Davis in Los Angeles and forming a formidable pick-and-roll duo is the more viable option. More importantly, Mavericks GM Nico Harrison believes he made the correct choice parting with Doncic earlier this season, requiring Los Angeles to center a trade package around an asset like Austin Reaves to jumpstart an offseason deal. The Lakers and Mavericks could be in the mood to set the NBA world on fire again this summer. Willingness to offer Luka Doncic whatever contract extension structure he desires. When the Los Angeles Lakers acquired Luka Doncic in a blockbuster trade with the Dallas Mavericks, they believed they locked up their long-term future with a superstar to build around for years to come. Even though he was caught off guard by the trade, Doncic enjoyed his first few months in LA and expressed a desire to remain with the Lakers long-term. After a first-round playoff exit though, there is a bit of a question mark surrounding Doncic and what he really wants. He becomes eligible to sign an extension on August 2nd and there are a variety of different options when it comes to structure. According to Jovan Buha and Sam Amick of The Athletic, the Lakers will be willing to offer Doncic whatever contract structure he is looking for in his next deal. While league and team sources say the partnership has been very positive for all parties, with the Lakers going to great lengths to make Doncic aware that they want him to lead the way in their next era, it remains unclear how the 5-time All-Star will handle his contract situation. And while he told ESPN before the postseason that he wants to stay with the Lakers, they won't rest easy until a deal is actually done. Depending on Doncic's preference, he has multiple pathways to his next contract. Beginning on August 2, he can sign a 4-year, $229 million extension. To recoup the money he lost in the trade from losing his Supermax eligibility, Doncic could sign a shorter 3-year, $165 million extension, with a player option for 2028 to 29 that would coincide with reaching 10 years of service to be eligible for the 35% max. In that scenario, he could sign a 5-year, $418 million deal in the 2028 offseason. Doncic also could choose to play out his contract, opt out after 2025 to 26 and then re-sign for 5 years, $296 million, or sign with another team for 4 years, $219 million. According to team sources, the Lakers will be amenable to whatever contract structure Doncic desires. The Lakers have always been known to take care of their superstars, and it appears Doncic will be no exception. He obviously has a lot to think about going into the offseason, but when August 2 rolls around, that extension will be waiting for whenever Doncic wants to put pen to paper. Before that though, he will have a chance to see how Rob Pelinka builds the Lakers roster around him, which could and should influence the 26-year-old's decision. Luka Doncic hasn't thought about potential extension. Given how quickly and prematurely the Lakers' season end, Luka Doncic said he has not yet thought about the possibility of an extension. "I didn't think about it yet. I've been focused on basketball, so obviously this is the time to think about everything," Doncic said. Wait, LA Lakers star takes shot at team after terrible first-round exit versus Timberwolves, loyalty hard to. Former LA Lakers center takes an indirect shot at the team after losing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Heading into the 2025 NBA playoffs, many doubted the Los Angeles Lakers' chances of a deep run due to the lack of an elite big man on the roster. While some thought head coach J.J. Redick would overcome this obvious flaw, the Minnesota Timberwolves ensured that didn't happen throughout the series. As a result, the Timberwolves had no problems in handling the small ball lineups of the Lakers and eliminated them in the opening round of the playoffs. Christian Wood takes a shot at LA Lakers. Although the failed Mark Williams trade gained major attention after the Lakers' early exit, 8-year NBA veteran Christian Wood used the opportunity to get back at his former team. Wood, who missed the entire season due to a left knee injury, was waived by the Purple and Gold in the middle of the season. The 29-year-old is seemingly still hurt by the team's decision and seemingly took a shot at the Lakers via his official X handle. "Loyalty is hard to come by these days," Wood wrote. To be honest, Wood's inability to stay fit earned him an easy target on his back during the regular season to make room for other players. In hindsight, it feels like the Lakers made a mistake by solely relying on Jackson Hayes come playoff time, as he was unable to earn significant minutes versus the Timberwolves. Jackson Hayes versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The T-Wolves entered the series with the likes of Rudy Gobert and Naz Reid guarding the paint. But the Lakers had no such impressive player on their roster. For what it's worth, Hayes looked comfortable about his role on the team, but he was hardly seen in action as Coach Redick played him just 7.8 minutes per game. In those limited minutes, Hayes averaged 1.8 points, 2.0 rebounds, and 0.3 assists per game for the Lakers. With their season now over, it's time for Coach Redick and GM Rob Pelinka to get on the same page. It would require them to sign or trade for at least one quality big man who can hold the fort against the other elite big men in the league. Otherwise, the Lakers nation should prepare for another disappointing postseason run in the Luka Doncic era. Rob Pelinka makes promise to LeBron James heading into offseason. The Lakers have to upgrade their roster this offseason after another disappointing 4-1 series loss to the Timberwolves. That marks 2 straight years that the Lakers have been ousted from the first round in the playoffs in short order. The prior year, the Lakers were swept in the conference finals by the would-be NBA champion Denver Nuggets. The bottom line is that this roster needs to improve around its big-name superstars. It feels like, since the championship in the bubble, this has been a recurring theme for the LeBron-era Lakers. Rob Pelinka took questions from the media yesterday and made a promise to LeBron James that he will do everything to meet LeBron's high expectations for the roster. The good news is that Rob Pelinka has more assets to work with this offseason than he did in prior offseasons. In terms of first-round picks, the Lakers have their 2026, 2028, 2030, and 2031 picks. Because of the Stepien rule, however, teams have to have at least one first-round pick in back-to-back drafts, leaving a pick swap as a more viable alternative for the Lakers rather than trading one more of their picks. Additionally, the Lakers have a ton of extremely tradable contracts in that $10 to $25 million contract range. Rui Hachimura, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reaves, Maxi Kleber, Gabe Vincent, and Jared Vanderbilt are all under contract and make between $11 and $18 million. These guys can be easily packaged together for a third star if Pelinka wants to go that route. Laker fans will likely be upset to see Reaves included on that list, but following a disappointing playoff series, I wouldn't expect him to be untouchable if the right opportunity presents itself to Pelinka. You have to get in this league, and guys like Austin Reaves, Rui Hachimura, and Dalton Knecht are younger players that other teams will be interested in acquiring. Free agency is another thing going for Pelinka because there are a plethora of veteran free agents on the market this year. This is an edge for the Lakers as there may be guys later in their career who do not value money as much as chasing a ring with LeBron and Luka. I'd expect older players like Chris Middleton, Fred VanVleet, Brook Lopez, and Clint Capella to be options for the Lakers. Steven Adams will be an unrestricted free agent and would be a great addition as a backup center, as well as just a great presence in the locker room. Can Pelinka convince some of these vets to sign for cheap to play alongside LeBron and Luka? Rob Pelinka has promised this virtually every summer, but this year, he actually has a bit more flexibility to make good on his promises to James. This should be an exciting offseason for Lakers fans as they attempt to build this roster to compete alongside Luka Doncic and LeBron James. 3 players the Lakers should target as perfect fits next to LeBron and Luka. The Lakers crashed out of the playoffs early and have a lot of work to do this offseason. Following their Game 5 home loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's clear the Los Angeles Lakers have a long offseason ahead. The pairing of Luka Doncic and LeBron James has potential, but it also exposed glaring holes in the roster that need immediate fixing. The Timberwolves didn't just win, they picked apart LA's flaws, a non-existent bench and zero interior size. Jackson Hayes, a DNP in Game 5, hadn't played more than 10 minutes in any of the previous 4 games. The result? Rudy Gobert went off for 27 points and 24 rebounds. With LeBron reportedly returning on a team-friendly contract, the Lakers will have some financial flexibility. Here are 3 players they should consider targeting, players who offer more than just a roster spot. 3. Myles Turner. Myles Turner has long been linked to the Lakers, but talks stalled at the trade deadline when Indiana made it clear it would take a lot to pry him away. But Turner has only strengthened his stock since, emerging as a key piece in the Pacers' postseason run. He averaged 15.6 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 2.0 blocks, while shooting nearly 40% from 3. A true stretch big with the ability to protect the rim and space the floor, Turner fits the mold of what the Lakers are missing. His pick-and-roll potential with Doncic and LeBron could mirror what Naz Reid offers Minnesota: versatile, smart, and mobile. If Turner seeks a larger market or playoff-ready roster, the Lakers could be the perfect landing spot, especially if they can negotiate a team-friendly deal. 2. Steven Adams. If you think Steven Adams is washed, think again. He led the NBA in offensive rebounding percentage, 18.1%, and grabbed more offensive boards than defensive ones, a rare stat that speaks volumes. Adams may not be a flashy name, but he's exactly what the Lakers need: toughness, rebounding, and experience. While no longer a franchise center, Adams showed in 58 games with the Houston Rockets that he can still make a significant impact, especially off the bench. Let's not forget the J.J. Redick connection. The two were teammates in New Orleans during the 2020-21 season, and while their styles differ, Adams thrives in low-screen actions and short roll opportunities. Set to hit free agency, he could be a bargain get for a team desperate for frontcourt presence. 1. Cameron Johnson. Cameron Johnson may have spent the year in basketball purgatory with the Brooklyn Nets, but he made the most of it, averaging a career-high 18.8 points on 47.5% shooting. He didn't complain. He just produced. And while Brooklyn missed its window to move him at the deadline, Johnson could still be on the move this summer as the franchise pivots toward another rebuild. The Lakers should act. Johnson brings positional flexibility, catch-and-shoot efficiency, and floor spacing, things the Lakers desperately need around Doncic and Reeves. A trade package centered on Dalton Knecht might get the job done, and could end up a low-risk, high-reward deal for both sides. The Lakers don't need a full teardown. They need the right pieces. Turner gives them modern size. Adams gives them grit. Johnson gives them shooting. If Rob Pelinka and the front office can strike while the market's still quiet, LA could quietly build one of the most complete rosters in the West.